everyone, Auvbri here, and welcome back to another build in The Sims 4. Today we are doing something a bit different. So a little while back I started the Auvbri Makeover series, and it's been a while since I've actually done any of those, and I thought it could be cool to just go back into it here. So we're just gonna take a little spin around so you guys can see how the house looked before. I'm gonna post down below who actually made this house, and I want to say thank you so much for admitting your house to this series. I think the reason that I chose this was because I thought it was a very nice looking house, especially in the inside. I really did love the layout of the house, and I tried to keep it as much as possible. I did remove some walls and stretched some walls, but mostly I just kept it the same layout. The bathroom is going to be a little bit smaller, and the kitchen dining room area is going to be a little bit bigger, but otherwise all of the rooms is actually where they were before I started. So outside I had some major plans planned for what I wanted to do outside, but I just wanted to real quick just get a base in here to actually figure out where I wanted everything to go. So I knew that I wanted to have a different type of color. The blue, I don't know, I just felt like it kind of disappeared in the landscape, and I wanted it to stand out on its own. So I tried I was fiddling around a lot here with the red color before I actually found a color that I really liked. So we're gonna mix red color with this really nice dark wood. But it's gonna take a little while before I actually settle on a red color, and then we're gonna add some special elements to the one side of the house just to kind of break the roofing up a bit, because I felt that, I don't know, it just looked so big, and I felt like I could make that look somewhat smaller than what it actually was. So we're just doing that here. So in this build I actually cut out two parts of the build, so you're not going to see me do the bathroom, and you're not going to see me do the kids bedroom, but I am going to show you guys in the end what it actually looks like in screenshots, so you can kind of see that. But you're not gonna see it in this build, just because I didn't want this video to be super long, and it's already almost 18 minutes long. So that's just the reason why, for you guys who are asking. And you can find this house on the gallery right now. So yeah, working on the roofing here. And again, I wanted to work with this color that we're working with now. So this really nice wooden color. And then we're gonna mix that with this red color. And the reason that I chose the red color is because this is placed in the desert in our AC Springs, and I wanted something that would stand out, kind of pop out at you, and have like this really warm color to it. So I was working on something in the front here. I'm gonna delete that in a little second, just because I did not like how it looked, and I just scaled it back so it's just over the front entrance. But yeah, the red color here, I just really loved how it looked, and I loved how this person actually implemented a lot of sand into the builds. And that was something I was trying to keep, especially in the backyard here with the pool area. I mean, I've gotta say, the way that this was designed and decorated was absolutely amazing. So I kind of built off of that and used it to create something with my style, but still keeping the old style intact. So yeah, that's what we're gonna see in the end. But just jumping into the build here. So again, I've tried to use a lot of red colors in the inside of the build. and kind of mix that with whites and blacks and a little yellow and an orange here and there. And I think it turned out really nice. I've got to say. So we're just working on the entrance here. I couldn't actually figure out what kind of flooring I want, but I just decided to go with this really neutral base, which is this very white looking flooring, and I just loved how that looked. So that's what we went for here. And the kitchen here, I decided to place it the same place as before, but I wanted to expand it a bit so we had a bit more space. And oh my god, I just totally remembered that I forgot to put in a range hood. Just as I was sitting here recording, I totally forgot that. That's why I put in that little space. Yeah, okay, you guys can put that in yourselves if you want to. But yeah, back to the build. So I wanted to have the kitchen be a bit bigger. And that's why I decided to add this little dining area so you could kind of sit by the kitchen countertops and enjoy your dinner. And then we're going to remove the wall here because I needed more space. So the bathroom, as I said in the beginning, is a bit smaller, but we still have all of the main things in the bathroom, so no worries there. And I couldn't figure out at this point where I wanted to have the dining room area. And I couldn't figure out if I wanted to have a big table or a small table. And I just had to turn the music down, as you just saw that, because it was so freaking loud. Normally when I'm building in The Sims 4, I usually have my own music on in the background. So it kind of feels like it doesn't take that long because I'm having a good time building and listening to good music and stuff like that. But I don't know, since the update, the music just went crazy and was so loud, and I could not hear my own thoughts, and I could not hear my music over the blasted Sims music. I mean, when you've listened to it for that long, it just becomes super, super annoying. So yeah, I just had to turn it down. But as you can see here, we've removed another wall, put in the dining room area, so we had a bit more space. And then we're gonna put in I'm just working on some decorations here, but we're also gonna have a little seating area in this space as well. And yeah, it's kind of the room that's connecting everything, and I really love that. And I figure out you can do this thing with these two lamps and kind of create this really cool effect. I believe I've done this in another build as well. I just think it's a very nice touch, and it just brings something to it, because orange goes really well with red and all of these black colors as well. And I tried to mix these four colors, you know, the two neutral colors and these two very bright looking colors, into something a bit special. And I think it turned out very nice. So the entrance here, I just moved some stuff around. I basically wanted to have the entrance be the same place. So as I said in the beginning, I tried to keep every single room basically the same place as they were, with a few exception of some walls being removed or put back a bit, like 2 squares or something like that. But basically every single room is still in the same place as it was before. And that's something really important to me, because some of the makeover builds that I have done have been extreme makeovers, where I have taken the shell of the house and completely redesigned it so it looks somewhat different but still the same. And some of the makeover builds is like this, where I have the basic same shell and adds a bit of stuff and kind of put my own spin on the interior as well. And that's what I wanted to do with this house, because I really did love how the basic room layout were. So I tried to keep everything as it was before. So we're working on the living room here. I just turned everything around a bit and added my own flair. So lots of red in here, and then we're going to add some colors with these puffs, and we're going to have some plants. And I really do like putting this wall light behind the big screen because it just makes it light up from above and below. Sorry, that was my phone. Yeah, it just lights up from above and below, and I really do love that feature. And some gaming consoles and a little stereo underneath that, and that's kind of the living room. So we're gonna put in a little dart area as well, and a bookcase, and that's kind of it for the living room. So it might seem that there is a lot of unused space in here, but there was a foosball table before, and I still wanted to have some sort of activity in the living room as well. Moving into the master bedroom. In here, again, I tried to keep the basics theme still the same. So almost all of the furniture is the same in this room, just replaced by another form of that furniture. And again, trying to put my own spin on it. So in here, I wanted to have a yellow and bluish theme, just because I thought that we were working with a lot of reds in the two main rooms, and I wanted to have something a bit different in here. Also, just because it is the parents' room, so it just needed to be a bit more mature. And I just love playing around with this yellow color. I just think there's not enough items that goes that well with yellow in this game. So I kind of find it a challenge to kind of mix things with the yellow color. And that's kind of why I love doing that, just to kind of challenge myself. And I need to stop saying kind of all the time. So a couch in here, these nice curtains that goes really well with the bed spread, and a little coffee table piece here, which I tried to make something different with, and I think it turned out really nice in the end. And yeah, just lots of clutter all around the place, just because that actually does make the room feel so much more realistic. That was the word I was looking for. Moving outside here, and I'm just gonna say again, if you were wondering, we are not gonna, in the speed build, you're not gonna see me do the kids room or the bathroom, but that doesn't mean that I haven't done them, just so you know. So as I said before, I absolutely loved what this person did with the outside here, and I really wanted to work off of that to create this amazing outside. And just some of the detailing out here as well was just amazing. So I just cleaned up the terrain painting a bit. I don't know why, but when I like to do terrain paint, I just like it to not be near the edge of the lot. I don't know why. Maybe it's just something in my head, but I just think it looks so unnatural, and I just no, I just needed to clean that up a bit. And then I decided to put in some more of these desert plants. So we have more greeneries, and more palm trees is going to be put in. And then we have like this nice big outdoor terrace as we had before, just in a slightly different way. And I replaced the pool and kind of turned it around so it kind of goes into the house as well. And then I was trying to create this shader thing that would go over the pool in the same color as the main house, and I thought it looked really nice. Looking at it now, I would probably have created it a bit different on top, and maybe not removed it so it would be like these sharp edges on the end of it. But you know, that's it. It's always easy to look back at a build and think, oh, I wish I could have done that differently. But overall, I'm super happy about how it turned out here. And I just love the beach theme that we have outside in the back here. I wanted to have some more palm tree like plants outside, and I gotta say the front actually remained mostly the same, just because I really loved what this person did with the front. It was very simple, very clean looking, and I really loved that. And I do think that the backyard here turned out to be probably one of my favorite things about this build. And I got some very useful tips and tricks from this person to how to actually decorate outside as well. And I think it turned out very, very nice. So I just put out a little seating area in the front here. And then we're just gonna jump into the screenshots. So here we have the entrance. So right when you walk in, the kitchen here. Again, I totally forgot to put in a rain shirt. That's something you guys can do by yourself. Here we have the dining area, the living room, main living room, and I think this turned out very nice as well. Just the mix of colors, the red and yellow in this build is very nice. Here we have the kids room. So I wanted to still have the art gallery kind of space in here, and I added some more kid stuff and removed the bed and sorts of just to kind of create a more kid-friendly environment. And here we have the bathroom, which I also changed a bit, and then you can just see a screenshot from the upstairs where you can kind of see what's going on as well. As we jump into the last screenshots of the build, we have here the backyard, and again, I'm totally in love with this, and I think it turned out super, super awesome. So remember, if you want to get this build, you can definitely do that. It's on the gallery right now. Just search my origin ID, which is Auvbri, and you should be able to find every single one of my builds and makeover houses. And yeah, there's nothing else for me to say. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you would leave a big like, subscribe, and share it with your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. And I'm gonna see you next time for another video. So have a fantastic day wherever you are in the world.